Hey there, Ayame. How's it going?
Say something.
Say something. You say something.
Oh, crap. Okay. Sorry, I had it muted because as you can probably tell, I'm in kind of an echoey room at the moment. And I'm trying not to hear myself. Hold on.
Oh, yeah. I guess if that room's pretty empty, you're not gonna have much to help keep the chat down, are you?
I am absolutely not. Let's see if I can just mute myself and
Well, you can. Are you gonna turn on your vidya?
can you still hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, good. Now I can hear you, but I can't hear myself. So
Oh, okay.
there we go.
There you go. How's the room coming?
Uh, I mean, it's empty.
Yeah. Is that the room that you were painting the other day?
No, this is Tori's room.
Oh, were you paint? What room were you painting?
The hallway.
Oh, okay. What were you painting? What color did you paint it?
It's. You ever seen The Shining?
Oh,
You know
yeah.
that part. You know that part of The Shining where all the blood comes out of the elevator.
Uh,
It's that color.
oh, okay.
Yeah. Hold on. I'm gonna go grab a light.
Man, oh man, you gotta get a light.
I'm literally trapped in this room.
So we should have Kevin Steele and Clint joining us here. We got a couple of minutes. We're still a touch early for our karmic transmission. Let's see here.
Okay, that's better.
There you go. I can see you. I should probably get like a lamp or something. I just need to finish the webinar room. That's still a
Well,
big dresser that I got to get rid of.
that's one of the things. Like I'm gonna do is like when I get this all resituated, I might set up the closet for doing this so I can soundproof it a little bit.
Yeah.
But for right now, it's just a big empty room. But at least it doesn't smell like vape and cat anymore. So,
I'll bet that was tough to get out of there.
well, it's still in here a little bit, but I left the window open a lot, and yeah, it's just a lot of airflow. So
Nice. We already got a crowd on here. Looks like we've got Alyssa and Colby and my mom. Hey guys, thanks for joining us. Glad to have you.
hello, everybody.
So it'll be cool having Kevin Steele on. Poor guy, he had a rough round of kidney stones. We'll have to have him catch us up on it a little bit. But yeah, ugh, I feel for that guy. That's why he missed out all those times. Was he just couldn't quite sit long enough to do it.
Yeah, is he feeling better today then?
Yeah. Oh yeah. He says that he passed them all and he's feeling a lot better. Like I said, I'll let him tell us a little bit about it when he gets on here. But
Yeah, probably good. That's not the.
poor guy.
If I ever have kidney stones, I am right now telling you that you're not allowed to tell anyone on the podcast. It's like you are to make up some much less embarrassing sounding disease. Not that there's a problem with kidney stones. I just don't want the whole internet to know it. All right.
Oh.
You can tell people I had the vapors. I passed out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Something like that.
Well, I already let the cat out of the bag like weeks ago when he first missed. So
Oh, okay. Well, I don't have a good memory, so
we'll see.
okay. What about Clint?
He should be coming on here. He messaged me earlier, said that he was getting on. So
Your mom is raising her hand.
yeah, she always does that kind of stuff. I guess I could. Yeah, what's going on, Ma?
Okay, so well, you didn't actually let the cat out of the bag. Remember, he texted in the chat a couple of transmissions ago that he had it at the kidney stones. Remember?
Yeah, I do remember.
Well,
It was
I'm not.
him
Hey,
that let the cat out of the bag.
I'm not shaming you for doing it. I'm just saying it's like if that happens to me, I want you to make up something else. Of course, I suppose by saying that in the chat, I've kind of now let everybody know that if I do not appear on this one time because I'm sick, then you'll think it's kidney stones. So
If we
I have
come
to
up with
rethink
a
this plan
random
bit.
excuse, everybody
Yep.
knows why.
There'll be a series of code words.
Yeah.
Code words. Each one more scientific than the next.
Oh,
right?
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we'll see what happens, but otherwise,
I'll turn
it's
my phone
pretty
off.
fun. Here, where's
Excuse me.
minimize this here?
All right. Well, technically, we've started.
I know we have started.
So
And
do
it's
you
been-
want
it's been
to
kinda great
start or we want to
the last
wait?
couple of days.
What?
Oh, it's been kind of busy the last couple of days.
Oh. Yeah. I don't think there's really any. Definitely no getting away from that. It seems like it's been a lot busier here too.
Oh yeah. Well, we had we were going to do the karma blood donation or plasma donation. Me and Clint had that scheduled for last Thursday.
Oh
And
yeah.
that had that little bit of a brief hiccup. So I'm hoping that we can get it rescheduled to this week. It'd be kind of fun if we could.
I was actually wondering about that because I was at the mall today and I saw one of those big kiosk things that was talking about blood donation, and it made me think about it.
Yeah, were they just doing blood donation there? Is that what they were doing?
I mean, they weren't doing it there. It was just an ad for it, and I was so it got me thinking because like, oh, I wonder whatever happened with that because I hadn't heard. So
yeah. Well, the whole hiccup was just first we had to get it scheduled. They on all their websites everything says schedule this and plan early and do all that kind of stuff. But you've also got to have like your driver's license or ID. You've got to have your social security card, and then they want like a W-2 with your address on it. Yeah, just to go in and donate plasma. So we were trying to get that organized.
No wonder there's a shortage of blood going around.
Right.
Like we need 7 years of your tax records and your firstborn and.
Well, your firstborn, if you're lucky, they'll need 2 children if you've got anything like special with your plasma.
See, I would consider that lucky. I will gladly donate any of my children if I ever have any. Because
tell you what, just take all their.
Yeah, just have them. I don't want them. Not that I'm going to have like a whole bunch of extra ones, but.
No, it's true. You do have to have the children first.
Yeah.
Unless you do like a Pied Piper thing, then that might get a little creepy.
Yeah, that's a whole other issue.
Oh man. But yeah, so I'm hoping this Thursday. I don't know. I'm kind of waiting to hear back from Riley. He said that he would let me know this week what he heard. So hopefully tomorrow or Tuesday or Wednesday. So
cool. Well, good. I mean, that's all good news, and it'll be nice to see the blood thing finally go. You'll have to take Rex, make a DDK out of it, or I guess a 5-2 karma now.
We'll definitely have to do a 5-2 karma, and it's good timing too, because it means that we should see, if we get this working, we should see a little bit of an uptick in the food, because I'm planning on whatever I get from it is going to go right into buying family food gift stuff,
Yeah.
So we've been in touch with all the people over at iMatrix, so that we should have the products into the back office here soon. Which means that we can then run the commissions test and make sure that those are all ready so that people will be able to actually buy just straight family food gifts.
Oh, good.
Yeah. So it's going to be exciting once we've got that available, because it should mean that everybody's got a lot more opportunity to get involved in to any degree,
Yeah. Well, and I mean, that's the thing is it'll be interesting just to see how agents approach new items, it's still like I've been thinking about it a lot, just the selling approach, and it'll be interesting to see what people do with those, I think. So
well, if anything, it ought to be a whole lot easier, just because it answers your mom and Brett, they asked that question a long time ago, and it's what if people can only do so much,
yeah,
and it gives them that opportunity.
Yeah. Well, and like I said, I mean, just with them, I mean, with Brett especially, it'll be interesting to see what kind of response it gets from somebody who specifically mentioned that as a thing. So
I'm excited to see what he says. We'll have to. Have you heard from your mom or Brett lately? How are they doing down there?
I mean, they're still in quarantine.
Yeah.
My mom takes it very seriously, obviously.
Yeah.
She's lucky. She works from home most of the time. So, no big problem there. But obviously, they were supposed to head back out down to Hawaii, and they haven't done that for a while. So I think they're going a little stir crazy. But aside from that, I mean, they seem to be doing fine. But who isn't at this point?
Yeah. Your mom going stir crazy. I'd never imagine it.
No, you know what? I think if I were in their position and I had a pool in my backyard and it was 110 degrees outside,
right,
I would just spend all of my time right there, just like order from like Postmates or whatever. Just bring it back, bring it to the cabana, just hand it to me while I'm in my chair. I'll eat it right here.
Right.
But that's me.
Well, they do have that really nice pool down there.
I'm missing that right now. It's been, obviously you're aware how warm it's been here.
Yeah, are they just dying?
I mean, it's Vegas in the summer. But I would love to go swimming. I will just say that right now.
Yeah.
By the way, before we get any deeper into this, since we've officially started, welcome everybody to the Karmic Transmission. My name is Ayame, and this is.
What, you're not just gonna guess that they know who we are?
I mean, you have to introduce yourself every time. That's part of the format. So.
Oh, is that what you have to do?
Yeah.
No way.
Okay, so I'm Ayame, and this is Jake. You can reach us at Karmic Feed on Twitter if you want to, or you can reach me at AyameXGoddess on Twitter if you want to. There, now we can proceed.
Well, thanks for doing that, Ayame.
Yeah. One of us has to be on the ball here.
Well, yeah, I don't have any of that stuff, so it's like I'm supposed to do it? Really?
Yeah. Well, you have a name. And
yeah, I do have a name.
Yeah.
Hang on, I'm getting a message from Clint too.
Also, for what it's worth, probably in the future we should mention our specific karma businesses, because that's something that agents are supposed to do. So, mine is Chasing Karma. If you're interested, you can find me at Chasing Karma on Facebook.
Well, I'm just here as Karma Incarnate, though, is the trick.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
That's the difference there. I'm just kind of coming on here with the whole shebang.
Okay. So. You can also find both of us on YouTube at Gaming Good Karma, or just at Karma Incarnate, because we're in most of those. So
you're gonna make graphics for all those things, right? Like the video.
Well, yeah, eventually.
Yeah.
But for right now, I'm telling you because we don't have graphics yet.
Oh. It says your name on.
Yeah. There's one other thing for everybody who is interested. We do finally have the podcasts home on SoundCloud, so you can find them there at the Karmic Transmission. If you don't want to watch them on YouTube, or if you want to listen to them in long format, since we're still kind of working out how they're going to be on YouTube. Anyway, so now that we've done all of that, yeah.
There we go.
This is how you're supposed to do this. This is how you market this stuff.
Well, this is why I need you around more often, my friend.
Well, that's what I'm here for.
Clint should be able to. There you go, brother. What's up, man?
Hey, Clint.
What's going on?
Oh, not a whole lot. I see you're over there at the shack. You got your chair going on?
Yep.
Nice.
So I couldn't get on through your email, but I was able to do it through the Facebook link. So
yeah, we got to look and see what's going on with that one of these days. So
I'll tell you what's going on with
it. User error, something like that.
I don't.
What do they call that? An ID10T error?
Yeah, they just call it. I don't know. I just have a problem with computers.
Yeah.
So
Alan Grant syndrome.
I was just thinking that. I was trying to think of what his name was. It was Grant, huh? He kept touching it, right? Go fuzzy on Jurassic Park.
He touched
You
it.
said what?
The first Jurassic Park movie. There's the guy that touches the computer monitor and it keeps going fuzzy.
Yeah.
Alan Grant syndrome.
So what did I miss? How are things going with you guys?
It's going good. Ayame was actually just teaching me how an intro works for one of these.
Yeah.
You know, like saying who everybody is and what, how you can find us and all that kind of stuff. New to me. I mean, I just figured you get on here and talk,
No.
But
I mean, you can, but not if you want people to be able to find you and interact with you. Clint, what's your Twitter handle?
I don't Twitter.
You're talking to people that don't have Twitter. Are we helping?
I don't Twitter. I don't tweet a lot, but So if you want to reach any of us, just go to @KarmicFeed or @AyameXgoddess, because apparently I'm the only one that does either of them. So.
Well, see, that's why we need you.
Yeah.
I
looked at Twitter for a minute, but I don't know. It was too negative.
Twitter is very obnoxious, but it's an easy way for people to reach us, I guess. I mean, I check it, the Karma one a lot. So if anybody wants to reach us there, you can, but you don't have to.
I prefer the long form angst and hate that you get out of Facebook.
I really thought you were going to say that you prefer like quill and parchment. You can write out your long angry letters and then mail them off to somebody. I like doing that.
That's too labor intensive.
Oh, see, that's my favorite way to harass people is to write out like a document and then like send it with a carrier pigeon or something. Oh yeah, totally.
Seal it in like
wax
blood,
seal.
like in Dracula.
Foxes, guys.
A little blood stamp still.
Fox. But so we're just Kevin Steele should be on here in a little bit. Hopefully, he was going to jump on and talk a little karma with us, and check in with him. Him and Kayleen have kind of been playing the quarantine thing pretty good because they're all immunocompromised. So it'd be nice to just check in with them.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it's been rough on a lot of families, but also I think it's been good for a lot of families. I think it's it's like when things like this happen, like with COVID, it's a time to maybe use a little inflection and kind of ask yourself maybe what's really important. I mean, in my own personal life, I was able to simplify and spend some much needed time with my kids who were going through a few things, and me being out of work and stuff actually allowed me to spend some time with them that I wouldn't have got. So there's blessings in every curse, I think. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Well, that's good. How are the kids doing anyway, man?
Really good. Cooper just got back from Lake Powell.
Nice.
Ooh.
I know, I'm jealous. I love Lake Powell. I haven't been since I was in my 20s, maybe.
Yeah,
we were literally just talking about swimming right before you got on. So,
dude, you put me on a boat with skis and an inner tube. I love that life, man.
Yeah,
I'm with you.
I just don't want to be the guy that owns the boat.
Something about
I want to own the boat. I just want to be able to pay someone to clean it for me
and maintain it.
Do the maintenance.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So anyone out there with a boat that want to take me skiing,
you got people ready to go for a ride right here.
Yeah. We'll go.
Yeah. Now we just need to make a friend with a boat, right?
I know. If anything comes out of this, at least we should get a friend with a boat.
Mm.
Oh, I'm sure we could find one somewhere.
That's going to be the title of this video: is a friend with a boat.
Friend with a boat.
That's a good one. Oh, hey, hang on a second. Yeah, well, hold on a second.
It's okay. I'm just curious.
He's at work.
Is that Rex there?
No, I'm guessing it's a driver or something.
Oh, it sounded a little bit like Rex. So
yeah. Well, Rex has kind of been working on a little side project video. So
oh, cool.
5-2 Karma or something like that. So
I gotta say, I am excited to see the next 5-2 Karma. I really liked the first one.
that
And
one was good, wasn't it?
maybe it's just because I'm missing the hell out of Disneyland and Universal, and also because I know how long he spent editing that song. But
Yeah.
I liked it a lot. So.
Dude, that video was awesome. It was a freaking amazing video. We'll probably put a link into it right about maybe here somewhere. If we can get a link in there, we'll see what happens. But
We'll figure it in. For those of you on YouTube, it'll probably be in the pinned comment or in the
yes,
I don't know.
yes, we'll get something on there too. But no, he's been working on a couple of 5.2Ks, and then he was working on a little Japan video. So he's been busy. He's been really, really busy. I think did you see the thing about Universal this year though? That they are canceling Halloween Horror Nights. It's not happening at all.
I mean, I'm not surprised. I didn't see that, but I saw that they canceled. Disney canceled the Oogie Boogie Bash, so I figured.
Yeah, talk about heartbreaker, man. As soon as I saw that email, just kind of.
I mean, I honestly, I've been kind of bracing myself for it for quite some time. So.
Okay, you know you're gonna have to do one of these still. There's still these gonna have to be made.
Yeah, I don't know. I really don't want to commemorate this year.
Oh, we need to. We need to.
We'll see.
It'll be fun. We'll, if nothing else, maybe we'll do I don't know, some sort of outdoors thing. We can go out and. I was going to say camping, but I don't know. Camping for the Halloween trip. How would we get Taylor up here? You know.
That's Taylor's problem. I don't know. Camping doesn't really seem like a Taylor thing.
Yeah.
And maybe I'm wrong about that, Taylor. If I'm wrong about that, I'm sorry. Camping doesn't seem like a you thing.
Well, some sort of picture. Colby's saying that we need to do some pictures with face masks and stuff.
Oh.
That we should do.
Well, hold on. I can go get mine.
Your face mask? Oh, by the way, see, everybody walks away once in a while. We do have, for all of our Karma agents, guys, Carrie, I believe you have one. Colby, Alyssa, guys, I have a Karma face mask, okay? So if you want to be sporting Karma face mask.
He meant like do a shirt with a picture with face
mask. Well,
yeah,
I know, but I'm just saying that.
Well, I didn't know. I was confused.
Since the topic of face masks came up, Vanna, if you would please, go ahead and put that on for us.
It doesn't fit very well on my cat ears, but...
Well, see, it looks good though. But yeah, guys, I do have a couple of Karma masks, so if you don't have one or if you need one, let me know, and we can get you hooked up with a Karma face mask to help out. But I agree, Colby, a picture with us all wearing masks in front of like the closed gates would be great. I think we need to do it more Wally World style with like a Mickey Mouse holding a sign that says...
I may be willing to do one with like the Wally World thing, maybe, because that was very funny. I don't know if Rex or you came up with that, but I did think that was very, very
well, you know, Rex is pretty creative about those things. He pretty much spearheaded that one right from the get-go. I think it's the right idea though, because it would be awesome, or a Goofy or somebody holding a sign. Universal doesn't really have characters outside of like the horror guys, you know, so I guess you could do a pretty fun one with like all of the guys behind a COVID line, so they can't really get to the people, right?
Well, we'll see. I don't know. I have to be a really special mood to do those in the first place. And this year, the only special mood I feel for all this is just complete and utter loathing.
Well, there's no reason to loathe it. It's, you know,
loathing. I'm good at loathing, though. Well, it's my thing.
Well, we'll get you to go out and donate some plasma with us, and then you can loathe needles instead. How about that?
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I don't really like I have to give a lot of blood already.
True. That's true.
But maybe. I actually would like to do it the first time just to see like what the process is. Do you guys have a date yet?
So I was thinking about Thursday, which would be like what, the 30th or something like that, the 29th.
What time?
4 4 o'clock in the afternoon. It would have to be after I got off of work.
Okay.
So you get off work at like what, 5:30?
6.
6. Yeah, the place closes at 6.
Okay.
Is the problem. So
I'll have to sit this one out. But if anybody else would like to go, maybe maybe they can go with you.
Oh, Clint and I need to go scope it out first. He was going to kind of be my guinea pig. I know that he's not there right now, but he'll make a good test subject. He did quite well in that endeavor.
Gonna make him wear a jumpsuit, right?
Ooh, I should.
Yeah.
I should get a one-piece jumpsuit with a big Karma logo on it, right?
Says test case right across here.
Test case.
And if he doesn't perform well, you can shoot him into space.
Now, this is just playing too much like Mystery Science Theater,
Oh, I mean.
What's going on, man?
Oh, that was Uncle Art.
Oh, yeah? He taking off?
Yeah.
Nice. So I was actually just talking with Ayame about the plasma thing, man. So I don't know. I was thinking that we would maybe do it this Thursday, but I've got to wait and hear from Riley, and that'll probably be like Tuesday or Wednesday before I'll know anything that way. So.
On the COVID?
Yeah.
Well, wait, what did you find out? Anything?
Well, so he had him and Maddie. I guess Maddie tested positive, and he visited her, but he said that he didn't see her or didn't do anything, and then he told me today that he was going to go get a test done. So should know something here in a day or two.
So she's got it, huh?
Yeah, that's what he said, which is too bad. I hope that she doesn't get too sick, So.
Well, she's young and female. From what I understand, it's typically affected males worse than females. So
yeah. So well, and I felt more bad because he was saying that they broke up, and that was right.
Not that we don't deserve it.
That's a bummer. So, but yeah, he said that he was going to get it checked out and let me know. But if that all pans out Thursday,
he's feeling all right.
Yeah, he said he was feeling fine.
I didn't think you could contract any diseases up where he breathes.
The air's a little too thin.
When you start standing in the clouds because you're so tall, you'd think so.
Yeah, I thought everybody contract stuff down here, and he's up above it.
Yeah, you'd think
he's looking above the cloud of disease, like in The Simpsons when the disease cloud is chasing Wiggum.
Right.
Shoots at it, and he throws his gun.
That was penicillin. That was something killing viruses chasing Wiggum.
No, it wasn't. It's that one that at the beginning of this, everybody was like, "Oh, The Simpsons predicted this." It's that one where he orders, I think it was the juicer, right, from China, and the guy coughs in the box, and when he opens it, it flies out at him, and then there's driving down the street and stuff.
Oh, that's right. Wiggum tries shooting at it. Huh?
Yeah, he sees the little green cloud coming at him, and
he throws his gun.
From a first-person perspective, it's hilarious.
See, I'm waiting to hear more of the people that have the Monty Burns syndrome, where there's so many things trying to get in that nothing can get a foothold, so you're just never sick.
They can't get through the door.
Yeah, Three Stooges syndrome, I think is what they called it in that one.
Yeah.
They're too good. Simpsons just way too good. So.
Yeah.
I haven't heard anything from old Kevin Steele yet. Let me send him a quick message here while we're going. But anyway, Clint, Thursday, though, I think would be a great idea if that's going to work out for you. If not, we'll probably have to shoot for next Thursday.
Yeah, find out from Riley, but I'm good to go.
Are you?
I wonder if they test you at the plasma center there. They probably have to, don't they?
I think they test for the antibodies because they basically just don't want you coming in if you're not feeling well. So that's where it's kind of a hard one. When you said
that's what's tricky with COVID is they say you could be 2 weeks and not have any symptoms, which is kind of messed up.
Yeah. So I'm not, but I don't know. Yeah, like I said, the one that threw me off is when you said that they weren't doing any appointments, when they were just doing open scheduling.
Yeah, I was surprised too, but that's what she said. She said it's first come, first serve.
Yeah.
You go in there and you need those 2 forms of ID. If you don't have your social security card, and she said like a W-2.
So 2
No.
forms of ID is what they want?
Yeah. Your driver's license and a social security card or W-2 or something.
See, that was the one that threw me off, was that social security card, because I did find mine. I've got it set aside. Yeah, it seemed really odd for donating plasma. The address made sense, you know,
Right.
since they're going to be paying you. I'm sure they gotta track taxes and all that kind of stuff.
What's government got to do with blood?
Well, they must have a lot to do with it if they're going to pay us for it, right?
They have a lot on their hands.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Hey, look, I get one more of whatever the hell that is. I got mouse ears.
I know. We were talking about Disneyland, man. Wouldn't it be nice if that would reopen?
The one in Florida did.
I think, did they reclose though? I thought that they
Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. According to the whatever news source filtered through my jive on my phone, that they're pretty loosey-goosey down in Florida about all this. But
so parts of they're in phased reopening, I think, right now in Florida. I believe Magic Kingdom and Animal Kingdom are currently open, but it might be Hollywood Studios. I'm not sure. I've been looking because there's no way I'm going to Florida in the next couple of weeks. So
what? You don't want to jump on a flight to Florida and go to Disney?
Oh no, I totally want to. I just can't afford to. So
yeah,
I know. I think they opened Lagoon to a limited number of people.
Did they?
Well, there you go. We can go there for Halloween,
which could be fun.
The Terror Ride is a classic. It's a great ride. I
wonder if they've cleaned any of the gum off yet.
No, that's the only thing holding that building together. If they take the gum down, that whole section of Lagoon is just going to tip over.
Just collapse, yeah.
Nothing will be left.
Oh, I miss the Terror Ride.
The Terror Ride. That's the one with that stupid horn at the end.
Yeah. Exactly
I hate that.
It's scary, though. It's the world's first jump scare.
Every time.
The world's first jump scare?
Yeah, the world's first jump scare. I mean, that's what it is, right? It's not supposed to be scary. It's just, like, startling, right?
Yeah.
Right. It's just a gotcha. It's just a bright light and a horn.
Mm-hmm.
I think they just ran out ideas at the end. They're like, I got this air horn. Throw it in there.
It's better when they have the guy at the end, like, as long as we're talking about Simpsons, the guy at the end who's putting the light bulb back in and he goes, boo, exit on your left.
Simpsons has done it all, man.
They really have.
Simpsons did it.
They've done it all and then some. I still can't believe they're on the friggin' air. That just, who'd have thought that?
What season is that on now? Like 30, 40?
35 or something, I think.
Jeez.
It's all about the first decade.
Yeah. Everything past 10 kind of just.
I don't know. I've noticed
really good
okay ones in 11 and 12, but not as many. Like they definitely taper off after 10. But there's like a couple in 11 and 12, I think, that are like pretty good.
I was talking about. Oh, go ahead.
I was just saying maybe they're just good in comparison.
I was talking about this with Rexy the other night, and it's when Homer turns into more of a jerk because he has some endearing qualities in the early one, but like the first little bit, he's just a dumb character, and then they get him dialed in and they add some humanity to him, and then I think they were trying to like compete with Family Guy and make him just more of a dumb dope with not a lot of.
I think they call that the jerk ass Homer phase.
Yeah.
Like seriously, if you look that up on YouTube, there are a lot of videos that talk about jerk ass Homer. There's like, I guess that's what he's popularly known as when he stopped being like a nice person who was just kind of like dumb versus being a guy who's completely egocentric and doesn't care about the consequences of his actions anymore.
Right. And that I think signifies kind of the beginning of the downward trend of it. And
Definitely.
hell, I mean, more power to them. If you can keep a show on that long, you're doing something right. Even if it isn't as good as it used to be, good for them.
Oh,
I
yeah.
can't understand why it's still on. I don't know. Like, I only know one person that watches The Simpsons. I think Fox is literally just afraid to take it off.
Yeah.
Like, it must be like something that they're just so used to having that block of time filled in the schedule that if they take it out, they're like, what are we going to put in there? It was originally, we were going to put X-Files in there, but we don't run X-Files anymore either. What are we going to do?
Well, the Fox without acknowledgement of The Simpsons is like Disney without acknowledgement of the mouse.
True.
Yeah,
You know,
true. Well,
that show made that company.
Fox is owned by Disney now, so it's like the mouse owns everything.
Yeah.
Now,
It's not like that. The mouse does own everything.
yeah, I'm already half mouse. See,
Yeah.
infiltrating the guard shack.
Because that's what they need is another shipping empire, you know.
Yeah.
Not like they don't have one of those.
At least
That's
we'd be
what
able to
you
get our
want.
stuff quicker.
That's what you want in a society is like 3 companies that own everything and control everything.
Sure, you know,
Yeah,
it's
absolutely.
for everyone.
If one of them was Karma, that would be good.
You know, nah, everybody knows the name of the game is better ideas brought to the marketplace to do good with them. That's what needs to happen. It's why in the end, really, you know, a lot of the stuff that restricts and only allows for major companies to keep playing the game need to be readdressed. You know, because in the end, you never solve a problem from the top down. It's solved from the middle out. You know, that's where innovation can come from. You have people that they have just enough that they can get by and have the ability to try to address a problem in spare time, because that's really where ingenuity starts playing into this facet. And then if they can bring that idea to market, why shouldn't they be able to do something more with it? You know, why shouldn't they be able to turn that passion of solving a problem into how they get by? You know, so that really is the name of the game. It's called a free market because it's about free ideas. You know, whatever you want to put your effort into, that's the name of the game. And you know, I was it's funny because when I was talking to Kevin Steele about coming on to the podcast, we were talking about, you know, karma. What it's meant to do is it's meant to solve problems, but it's not meant to solve the little stringy, you know, you take a problem and you split it and you split it and you split it and you split it and it runs away. It runs into all of these different things. Karma is the thing that answers the root of the problem. It goes right to the very beginning of it. It says, you know, this is what we want to address, because once you address that, the rest can fall away. The rest kind of takes care of itself, but you've got to address those root problems. And the thing about those is that they're founded in a free market in exchange, you know, from one person to another. And that's where you've got to start with the entire process, is bringing good ideas to the marketplace, a fair trade and free trade of ideas.
Well, and feeding people is definitely a root problem. I mean, you look at what's been going, I mean, you know, we can't really talk about anything without talking about the virus, but if you look at how many people are out of work, I think we talked about this a little bit last week and probably the week before, because this is going to go on forever, is just like how many people are out of work, who are still out of work, who are, you know, getting fired, laid off, whatever. Feeding people is more of a fundamental problem now than it has been in a long time. I mean, you can always look at people that go, there's always people that need help getting food, but I think right now, more than for a long time, a lot of people can relate to what that really means. It's not an abstract concept right now to tell somebody, hey, people need help getting food. You know, for so long, it's a very abstract concept. It's like, oh, well, I don't have that problem. I can't really understand somebody having that problem. But now everybody's even me, where it's like, there were a couple weeks there where I'm going, well, how am I going to how am I going to pay for food?
Mm.
So I think that's, that root problem is something that we can all relate to, especially right now. So.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And that's it right there. When that problem is alleviated, when you don't have to worry about where your next meal's coming from, it gives you that peace of mind and that ability to go, you know what? I can put my energy into these other endeavors. I can look to apply myself in these other ways to help better myself and in hopes, better society with you. You know what I mean? That's really where um, addressing that problem is the way to move us to the next stage.
Well, and the thing that I like the most about it is it's such a versatile problem to address, really, because like you look at just the surface of it. Let me see if I can phrase this correctly. You look at the surface problem, it's like, well, somebody needs to eat, so what are they going to do to get food? They're either going to have to work multiple jobs, or they're going to have to they're going to have to work hours that are incompatible with something else they need to do. But if you don't have to do that anymore, you can spend more time, like Clint was saying, you can spend more time at home with your kids.
Mm-hmm.
You can start looking, instead of working 3 jobs and exhausting yourself to try and survive so you can afford, food and your apartment and your car and your babysitter or whatever, you can maybe take one of those jobs that you don't have to do, and you can start looking for a better job, or you can, refocus on education, there's so many different avenues that alleviating that one core problem can really help.
Yeah.
Well, and if I can add to that, what's neat about karma is you can offer something beyond just food, and that's owning your own business
Mm-hmm.
for $50 a month, right?
Yeah.
So if you have a community that's having a lot of struggles because of COVID, because who knows how far this is going to go, how much of a depression we're going to dip into.
Oh yeah.
But it's already apparent to me that we can't count on, the monopoly money on Wall Street for the rest of our lives. We have to count on each other in our community, kind of transcend whatever existing socio-political problems are going on out in the world, and transcend whatever rotten news is coming out of the media, and take it upon ourselves in our own communities to band together, work together, and have a pool of money and a bunch of food to help each other survive.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I think this business is ahead of its time. And now is that time that it was built for, I believe.
Well,
Oh yeah.
That's it right there, man. Because by us putting food into a food bank, it gives somebody the opportunity, instead of spending $50 on food, they can spend $50 to own a business and move the entire process forward if that's what they want to do. I remember going to the food bank, and this was a long time ago. Ayame, you might remember this. We went there, and a gal came up, and she said, "Thank you so much. I can't tell you how much it means to see your label on the food sitting in my pantry, because I know that you guys care, and I see you here every month, and I wanted to say thank you." Incredible experience. This just some lady at the food bank, but she recognized the symbol. She knew what we were doing, and she appreciated it. And that's, ideally, that's the dream, right? Somebody needed a little bit of help. They started getting it. They chose to invest in it. And the next thing they know, they're the ones that are filling a food bank full of food and living whatever lifestyle they want to, because they're helping each other, or because they're feeding people, right? That's the end goal. That's what's unique, because there is 2 sides to the equation, right? There's the people that are in need, the people that need the food. Solving that root cause, feeding everybody, can give everybody that flexibility of having $50 to help feed everyone else. You know, it's literally an answer to itself in a lot of ways. You know, how do I come up with the money to feed my neighbor? Well, I feed my neighbor and it gives me money. And that money I use to help feed my neighbor. And the whole time I get fed too, because I'm along for the ride every step of the way, you know. And that's the
Yeah.
thing that karma brings along more than anything.
Yeah, and I think there's a lot of people with charity in their hearts,
Yeah.
you know, and they would like to maybe give to a charity or whatever, that you probably only get like 3% of the actual cause funded out of whatever you give to most charities. But this takes it that next step further, where it's like, you don't have to be wealthy. You can take care of yourself and take care of other people in this business. And hell, if you don't have $50, come donate plasma with us.
Bingo.
And
There's,
and that's helping too. People need blood, people need food, and people need each other.
mhm.
And that's what we're in the business to do.
Yeah. Because it's all that easy. And it's a business. That's, in the end, that's the one thing that is always kind of funny is people tend to sit there and go, well, business can't really do that. It's why not? You know, a business, the idea that we get into is anything that you can bring to the marketplace, it's a good or a service, is something that you should be able to earn an income off of, right? A farmer grows food, he brings that food to the marketplace and sells it, he makes money, and he can now go buy a cow or whatever he needs to do, right? This is no different. We're bringing service, you know, we're bringing food to people in need. That is a service, and there's no reason that that shouldn't be taken care of. You know, that there's no reason that we shouldn't be able to earn an income doing it. So.
Well, and we've learned through human history that attacking a problem with a business works better than charity, religion, politics, because you're kind of eliminating the middle. You're going straight to the monetary core of it.
Well, here's the thing, Clint. In history, this is the first time that we've tried tackling a problem like this with a business. That's one of the most unique things about karma all the way around, is that there is no business out there that literally says ending hunger is our job. You know what I mean? A lot of businesses have started doing things where they're becoming socially conscious, like dude, even Steven's sandwich shop, right? For every sandwich you buy, they donate equal components to a food bank in order for, you know, for somebody to get that stuff, right? So you're seeing businesses where they're starting to put in this social side of their endeavor all the way around, but there's not a business out there that does what we do, which is we say we are here to end hunger, and this is how we're going to get it done.
It's the primary focus of our business rather than the secondary focus, or like even you go to the grocery store and they always have, you know, they're doing can drives, they're doing food drives.
Mhm.
You know, it's I think even Smith's does some kind of donation themselves. I'm pretty sure
They do.
but it's our primary business is ending hunger, rather than it's like we're here to make money, but we're also going to do ending hunger, and we're also going to do it like as a charity thing, which there's nothing wrong with that. I really like, at least from what I know about it so far, the Even Stevens like approach to that, I think is really good.
Yeah.
You know, great way to not waste food. It's a great way to get food to people who need it, and it's a great way to, you know, be a socially responsible business.
Yeah.
So I definitely like the way they do it, but it is nice that ours does, like, that's the matter of course.
Our job. That's what we do, you know. Just like you said, Clint, this is what's unique is up until now, the only things that have laid claim to helping each other and earning money to do it are churches, charities, and governments, right? Because a church, you get it through tithing and donation, right? The government, they're going to help people through taxes, okay? And then your charity, they're the one who they kind of play in the business realm, but they're a 501c3 and they don't really report holdings, but they're there to
they're businesses, but they're not honest about it. You know,
exactly.
we've discussed that before too. It's like, you know, March of Dimes, when I found out that their name was literal, and it's like, yeah, from every dollar they actually donate 1 dime. I mean, you know, I don't put up with that from a normal business. You know, that to me is like ridiculous. And I realize that, you know, people can say similar things about what we do, except that A, we donate more than just about anybody else, and B, when that's your entire function, and it's like, yeah, we're we're wearing that on our sleeves, but also it's like we're making sure that the people who are donating are taken care of, as opposed to, you know, like we were talking about earlier, going out and buying a boat. If we were doing this as a charity, we'd probably all own a boat by now, because that would be, I mean, you know, if we were getting if we were getting big tax breaks for what we do, which we're not, if we were, you know, taking the money and running off with it rather than investing it back in the business to make sure more people are getting fed, you know, maybe it's a stretch to say that we'd have a boat right now, but I can say that a lot fewer people would have food, and we would be doing a lot better than we are, personally speaking, not as a business. But
I was thinking we'd have like a small fleet of Porsches or something like that. I wasn't going to go straight to the boats, because boats are way too much money.
I want a boat. I don't want a Porsche. I will get a boat, and I will just put it in the ocean, and I'll Zoom call you from the boat.
So, but you're absolutely right, Clint. You know, we are so ahead of the curve in a lot of ways, because feeding people is our business. That's what we are. You know?
Well, and I think we stand to have a ginormous byproduct to that business, and that could just be, for lack of a better term, camaraderie in commerce. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
There's kind of a real stigma about capitalism right now, and people taking advantage of the system, crony capitalism, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, not only are we feeding people, but it doesn't matter what walk of life you're from. If you want to come join up and help us end hunger, you're part of our community, and we don't care who you worship, who you vote for, what you do, when you do it. If you want to be a good person and help yourself and help your community, here we are. And I think that's could end up being just as huge as trying to end hunger, is just bringing people together right now, because there's so much division. It's left and right everywhere you go. Everything's politicized, and it's like, no, we can end hunger. We don't need to. We're not politicizing it. We're not here to do anything but do that, and to work together as human beings to have a better environment to live in.
Yeah.
Take care of our surroundings and take care of each other. That's what this business is. I mean, it's beautiful.
Well, and that, you know, the thing about the communities is everybody likes to feel like they're a part of a community. That's really what it comes down to. I want to know that I've got people around me that have my back, and they're not there just to screw me in. And the hard part, and this is the weird thing, that's the odd game. And you mentioned politicizing things. Well, politicizing things, it breaks communities up. It moves people into infinitely smaller boxes all the time, until you can't trust your neighbor because you're isolated and alone. And just like everything else, karma's remedy to that is getting back to a root cause. Because here's the deal. We're here to feed people. We're here to end hunger. And like you said, if you can get behind that idea, you belong in our community. You need to be here with us, because that is stronger than all the other little dividers that we want to talk about. If you're a race or a religion, who cares? Because if we all want to do good and help each other, that should be the underlying tone. Like I said, you go to the root cause, everything else falls away. When we all start realizing, look, we all just want to help each other, then we'll quit arguing about, well, who's doing it this way or that way, or who's doing it for only that color or this color. You know, we're not here to pick fights, because hunger is indiscriminate. Hunger affects everyone. And karma, all that, just like it can everything else. So get down to the root of it and quit trying to stand apart. You know, we don't want to be exceptions. We all want acceptance from each other. And how you deal with acceptance is by looking at the things that we all have in common and going, you know what? There's more of that than the ugliness that we see in each other and want to say doesn't exist. You know,
Right.
And you focus on the good. You'll look at the commonalities, you know, and that's how you bring people into a community, is you let them feel a part of it, you know.
Well, yeah, and it's a game that's been played, you know. Sorry, I cut you off.
Oh,
Go
no,
ahead.
good, man.
I do that.
We all do that.
We're getting better at it, though.
But that's the game, right? It's played by the ruling class, is you keep everybody talking about what makes them different,
Mm-hmm.
and distract them with that, and you can keep running off with all the cash, you know. And and we don't need to play that game anymore. Like, we're all part of one race, the human race, and if we want to all survive, then we got to evolve to realize that. We got to quit worrying about whose ancestors did what.
Yep.
And where you're from and this and that. Like, it doesn't matter. We're here now. Let's work together. Let's end hunger. Let's get along. And there's strength in numbers. So if things go south with the government or whatever, we don't need you anymore. We're a strong community that feeds itself and helps each other out. So we don't need you to tell us these little things. Just take out the trash and have a military and shut up, stay out of our lives. You know, that's the kind of people we want to get to be.
Oh yeah. Well, and dude, here's the funny thing is how you do that is not by forcing them out, it's by taking that responsibility. If we want to show them that we've got these things covered, that's how we can force them to leave us alone. You know,
yeah.
When the answer is, look, you can't tax me to put food into, or to put money into SNAP so that people have debit cards to go buy food because all the food is free, then they literally can't do it anymore. You take away the excuses. And where their game is divide and conquer, our game is to unite and move forward. You know, if they want to divide people, leave them behind. Who cares? You know, because in the end, it really is in the people's opportunity and best interest for them to act for their own regard. You know, that's the only thing that we can do is give them that opportunity, and it's here. That's the thing that we do have. This opportunity is real. It exists. Anybody can get involved for $50 a month. Soon here, we're going to have it down to where people can get involved for $10, $25, or $50 a month if all they want to do is buy a food gift. You know,
Awesome.
because in the end,
no more excuses.
Exactly.
No more excuses.
You know, the one thing the best answer in the world, and I can't tell you how many times I run into it, and it makes me laugh every time, is when people come up and go, well, why don't I just buy $50 worth of food and take it there myself? And I look at them and go, why don't you? Because there's literally there's nothing saying that we cannot go out and take care of our neighbors if we so choose.
Well, the thing I like the most about that is no one's ever got I've heard that a bunch, and no one's ever got a good answer to that.
Yeah.
It's like, because when you say, well, yeah, what is stopping you? What's preventing you from doing that? There is no response, because they aren't and they haven't. And nobody wants to say, well, what's stopping me is the fact that I'm lazy and I don't want to. But even if you want to, it's like, you know, there's no shame in admitting that we all get a little lazy sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
So it's like, okay, well, yeah, if you're going to go do it, if you're going to say that, then go do it. And that's fine, because all we care about is making sure it gets done. And if you want us to do it, we will do that for you. And if you want to do it, then you can go do it. But if you do it with us, you know, you don't have to worry about it. It gets done, and you do something good and you get rewarded for it. And it doesn't get any better than that.
In all reality, we're the ultimate lazy person's business. You give us
we really are.
Don't do anything else ever, but you own a business, you're ending hunger, and you are actively participating in solving problems in your community.
Yeah.
We are
And your
really
business can grow if you want to
ultimately
talk about it with other people, and that's all it is.
Well, one of my favorite things about it is, I've been thinking about this a lot recently, is like, if you look at most, like, everything is a subscription service now. You know, you've got Netflix, Hulu, ESPN, you know, Disney Plus, the list goes on and on forever. Most of them make their money by people forgetting that they have a subscription. You know, there are services out there right now that all they do is track what you're subscribed to, because people subscribe to things, they use them for a bit, and then they forget. Obviously, you know, Netflix isn't a big one like that, but there are tons and tons. I think I have 3 or 4 subscriptions that give me discounts on items that I buy on the internet, that you have to you have to tell them every month by a certain date, I want to skip this month. And you know, that's how they get money from you. That's how they earn their income that way. That's why they give you the discount. So in a world like that, it's like, if you're going to have all these subscriptions anyway, if you're going to be subscribed to, you know, coffee box of the month, and, you know, board game of the month, and 6 dozen video services, and, you know, Google Stadia, then why not subscribe to something where you're helping people every month? So if you forget it, if you subscribe and forget, A, somebody's still getting help, and B, you're still getting paid for that. That's a no-brainer.
Yeah, that's
Absolutely.
a good point. That's awesome.
Karma is and I hesitate to say this because this is a great marketing. So anybody that's listening right now can totally use this as marketing. Karma is the ultimate subscription box, because it costs almost the same as a lot of subscription boxes that are out there. You don't end up getting a bunch of junk that you really don't need and really don't want, because everybody's trying to, you know, to declutter and clear out their spaces. So you don't need a box of stuff every month. You really don't. But somebody does. Somebody needs a box of food, you know, and you buy a box, it goes to somebody who needs it, you get paid for it. And it's, you know, snack crate, loot crate, you know, anime crate, game crate, whatever. Karma is that, except you get a better benefit because you get money back from it.
That's exactly. You couldn't have said it better. And the funny thing is it's a loot crate for others, right? It's that ultimate
exactly
that you could want to give to the world, which is care for your fellow man. You know, it's a loot crate that you don't get for you. It's an incredible offer. And you know, this is the funny thing that we've talked about it being a business, and you know, we are going to do one of these where we actually open up and we'll show the back office and stuff like that. But the tools and the things that you get for $50 a month are truly incredible. You know, you literally get a full suite of tools to manage everything about your business, to see where everything is actually going. You've got communication tools like emails and internal tools. You've, on top of that, got an entire back video library of almost 500 YouTube videos to help sell and promote your business and use for whatever kind of marketing you want, provided by the company. Tell me another network market that provides that much content to its people free of charge.
Yeah, that you don't have to pay for.
Yeah.
That's the big one. Is, you know, when you guys showed me that CD, I think it was I don't remember who gave it to you, but that CD that you have to order, it's like $100.
And it's like party pack that costs you $120, and the idea is to buy that to give away. So I've got to spend money to give something away. No, we give you that content for free. Tools.
Well, yeah, and it's like, show me another business anywhere that the business plan is one page.
Yeah.
That's the part of that I still love the best.
Total transparency in Karma. No BS. Let's join up. Let's do this.
Yeah, that's the name of the game. So, and getting back to basics.
If you're going to get rich doing this, you got to feed a lot of people. A lot of people. And that ain't a bad thing.
Yeah.
No.
Sorry, I cut you off. Told you I'd do it.
I was going to say, you're going to give a lot of plasma too if
Yeah.
you do it our way, Clint, you know.
Yeah.
But, hey, you know what? Why not help people every step of the way? Why not to earn the money to feed people? I'm going to help by saving lives, you know. And
Well,
with that, I'll invest it right, and that'll help pay off dividends in the end.
Well, and this idea that you get a little back, like more and more, I think that's going to be necessary as we're heading into what looks like a foreseeable, you know, like depression, like a legitimate American global depression. People don't feel so charitable when they're having to scrape by. So why not have this business where you can be charitable, but you can still get some back and you can survive, and then there's consistency to back that charity every month. Everybody's getting taken care of, including yourself, because you have to take care of yourself before you take care of others.
Yeah. You can't take care of yourself, or you can't take care of others if you're not taking care
Well,
of
that's another neat thing about this, right? Is it's not just the rich who can afford to be charitable.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone can. If you can donate blood and plasma, you can own a business.
Mm-hmm. Well, and that's it.
Revolutionary, dude.
It's not even charity at that point. That's the fun.
I know, but the act, the feeling of being charitable.
Mm. Yeah, it's if anything, it's just the act of giving, right?
Right.
Because that's what it comes down to. It's, you know, me and Rex went into this thing, and by the way, guys, I did get a message from Kevin Steele. He had something come up with some customers over in Europe or something like that, so he wasn't able to jump on. We'll have to grab him next go around.
Next week.
He and I kind of wanted to talk about a couple of these things, like free markets and stuff like that, but we'll save that for another one. Oh man, what was I gonna say?
Well, you better figure it out quick because it's 7:32. So technically,
I know.
We're done. But
I
want to hear it.
Say it no.
Okay. Well,
you've
got like I'll give you 10 more seconds.
And you got nothing but time for me, and you know it.
Okay. Well,
Did you give us?
What? Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say. Well, with that said, that's we're technically done for this month or for this week.
Did we give a shout out to some of our listeners?
Well, I was actually going to do a quick roundup and say, you know, guys, it's been a lot of fun. This is a neat thing that we're doing all the time. Big shout out to everybody that jumped on. Vulture, thank you for joining us. Carrie, Colby, Alyssa, you guys are amazing. Mom, I love you. Thanks for jumping in here. We'll have to get to your question on the next go around. But this has been a ton of fun, guys. And, you know,
our legion.
There's too many things that can come up with karma. That's the beautiful part about it, is that there's so many different things that we can get into. And the more you dissect it and the more you look at it, the more you realize that it might not necessarily be the answer, but it sure can change the name of the game for a lot of people. And that's what we need. If we're going to go anywhere, if we're going to do anything, we just need good, solid, positive change. And that starts right here with people like us choosing to do something good.
That's a perfect way to end it, man.
It was a great way to end it. With that said, everybody, thank you again for joining us. This is a reminder, if you would like to check us out, you can reach us at Karmic Feed on Twitter. You can reach me at Ayame X Goddess. You can follow us on YouTube. You can follow us on Facebook at Karma Incarnate, or Chasing Karma, or Gaming Good Karma, or probably a lot of other ones that are out there.
KarmaIncarnate.com, the website, right?
Yep,
Yes.
That's the big one.
So do please check all that stuff out. Reach out to us if you want to, get in touch, ask questions. We're very responsive on social media. I should say I am, because I'm the one that runs it. So yeah, thank you.
Thanks, guys. And if you ever want to get involved, this is a great group to talk to and reach out to for any questions that you have.
Okay, much love, everybody.
Take care,
Yeah.
everyone. Talk to you guys later.